You have to really watch your inner child when you're at a farmer's market.
And to be kind to me.
I am raising future citizens of the United States of America. What do you do?
This lends new meaning to Keeping Up with the Joneses. There are 4 of them. Bob and Darcy are here along with Davis and Ian and Lauren and Taylor, and they're telling us just what it's like to all of a sudden have no children and then wind up one day with 4 children. Here to tell a little bit about their experiences as parents and maybe to help them organize the 4 kids at home, we have the Sidetracked Home Executives. If anyone can do it, Pam Young and Peggy Jones can. Good morning. Well, can you imagine? No, you guys have had how many children between you?
We each had 3, so 6 together.
So six together. Can you imagine if one day you just went home in the house and there were 4 babies there? And
well, we were talking about that, and we think that Bob and Tracy probably have it better than we did, because when they're all the same age, they're all doing the same things at the same time. It's like...
My 2 boys are 13 months apart.
She had 3 babies in 3 years, so, you know...
That tells you how organized I was. Disorganized people have more babies than organized people. But when they were 13 months apart, the 1-year-old could crawl, and the 2-year-old could open the front door, and the 1-year-old could crawl out, and they'd both drag the baby. Because, you know... So I had to watch the skill levels when I'd go to my mom's for dinner. I'd have to have the different kind, like a playpen, a stroller, different stuff. Yeah. A high chair, but then an infant seat, and then a car. You know, it was all different.
Different equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those things that hang in the door for the little one, and then a backpack for the...
And we were thinking, you know, you don't get a lot of credit. You'll find this out. You'll get more attention because you have 4 at once. But when you're just a plain mom, you don't get a lot of credit for doing that job. And
not a lot of applause for
no, nobody says whoa until they're all raised and they're not in prison, and then maybe somebody will say, yeah, you did a good job. We took a calculator and we did some statistics with our children. With the 6, it means we've been pregnant for 54 months collectively, and we've been in labor 52 hours. And that labor deal, it makes us nuts. We think some doctor, a guy, named it labor because, you know, he probably said, ooh, it looks like she's doing a lot, this looks like work, and then named it labor. Labor is when you take the baby home, and 20 years, that's the labor part. It's 20 years after you get it home.
The birth part is torture.
It's agony.
And we have pictures of we'll start with Joanna, Pam's daughter.
We just brought a few pics from our... Now, that's a typical, you know, high chair mess, and that's Joanna, that's my youngest. And
my husband, his job, see, he would come home, he's a policeman. He'd come home after his 8 hours, and then he could not be a policeman anymore. But the homemaker, you don't, at 5:30, say, okay, I'm not a mother anymore. And Danny's job, here's a picture, he was supposed to read the bedtime stories. That's Allison reading to her dad.
And he's asleep.
And I was telling Pam on the way over here, my big treat when the kids were 1, 2, and 3, my big treat was a bath. And Danny would watch the kids or read a story like he's doing there. Yeah. And I would get to go in the bathroom and lock the door. And you know that Calgon take me away deal? If I had Calgon, that was like better than going out to dinner. Yeah. Just the best.
All right, Peggy Ann.
Oh, this now see, after that picture was taken, I was out of film, and by the time I realized that, she was down the street quite a ways. I mean, they get away from you.
Let's see, now we have a group shot. This is now 2 of mine are missing, and mine is the little boy, and then I had another little boy and a little girl who were throwing a fit, and they couldn't be in the picture. The face on my son there is like he's the good boy. Well, the other one was being naughty. And then this is my 2 sons. They're 13 months apart.
Now, it's interesting. Look at those guns. They look like real guns. And the tallest one there is at the Air Force Academy, and the littler one is at West Point. She started them out early.
Go away. And this is all 6 of them grown.
They're grown.
It was worth it all.
It was.
How long ago was that taken?
That was taken just before they left for the academies in June.
Oh, that's true.
And we're here to testify there is life after motherhood.
Yes, we can still talk and walk.
And, you know, one side of our face is a twitching.
I walked out of the house one day like this with a suit on, had that over the shoulder, just burped one of them, you know. We are with Bob and Darcy Jones and the 4 babies, and Pam and Peg are here, our sidetracked home executives. Give us a tip, if you...
Well, I can give you a recipe. Okay. It's 1 part dirt to 2 parts water, and it's mud. And let them play in it as much as they want to. Get them outside with bowls and spoons and stuff.
She also lashed an umbrella to her kid's trike so he could ride it in the rain, because it rains here.
It used to rain here all the time.
Yeah.
Anything to get them outside, right?
Yeah, get them out.
Adore who you are. Adore where you are. Adore who you're with.